Sing the Blues. B.B. King. Very cool tune. Hi, I'm Red, and I'm here today courtesy of TrueFire, bringing you an in-depth look at the song Why I Sing the Blues. Very cool song. 3 chords. We're in the key of B, so B, E, and F sharp, 1, 4, 5. And they're all majors. So you could play major chords, 7th chords, 9th chords, you probably even, 6ths here and there and stuff. So you have a variety of options. You can do 9th chords with sliding 6. There's, several options. I'm going to go ahead and roll the track. I'm going to demonstrate a few of these things and then talk about it. And also keep in mind, right hand, I'm going to be trying to do a kind of a loose, funky feel with my right hand. So here we go. I'm going to start with just this small form B7th chord. So, basically, let's look at a couple of different concepts. Let's look at just using B7. Okay, you could use a full bar chord. I'm just using the short form chord. A song like this, the bass player, the bass part is funky and it's very driving. So, it's fine to leave the bass player to cover the bass. There's nothing wrong with not playing the bass notes. Sometimes this is actually a good thing. So in a song like this, I would probably lean on shorter form chords and ensemble chords, chords that don't have a bass note in it. Anyway, B7, I'm right here. It's just like an F form. Add the 7 in there. Okay, I'm doing this move here. I'm using a D7 shape. Okay, so where that is right here. I'm on the B. Okay, now all I do is I move these 2 fingers into position as if I were playing a D7th chord shape. And I move this finger up 1. And I stand it from barring, I stand it up on the tip, right on that 2nd string. And basically, if you watch closely, you can see exactly how I land into that chord, just like this right here. Slowly, I'm going to do this for you. See what happened? These 2 fingers took position, and this one just slid up. So only one finger has to leave the fretboard, and that's this finger. The other 2 fingers just slide up a fret. So from there, I just move up 2 more frets. Now you don't have to necessarily go through all 3 of them. You could just go. See, I just slid from here up 1 fret. Okay, when it went to the 4, I used an E7. I also used this E7. And you notice none of my fingers left the fretboard now. But what happens is this finger, the first finger, moves up 2 frets from the 7th to the 9th. These 2 fingers move up 3 frets to the 12th. Okay? You see how I did that? I'm going to do that one more time slowly for you. Okay, so now I've ended up with my pinky on the 2nd string at the 12th fret. My first finger is barring across the 9th fret, and I'm playing the note on the 3rd string, and I'm using the rest of my finger to mute the other notes. Then my 3rd finger is on the 4th string at the 12th fret. 3 notes I'm actually playing. Still an E7. You can hear it. You can, you know, anytime you're playing one of these 7ths, it's a great move. Okay, I also used another form of 7th chord. I'm coming off of a C7. Well, I did use a C7 shape for the 5. Okay, but if you take that C7 shape, okay, right here, we're playing an F sharp. Here, we're playing an E. Okay, this applies to either place. You can, you know, it's a movable thing. But if you remove this finger, which is playing 7th fret on the 5th string, and you remove that note. Okay, now you're not going to play that string. We're just going to play the first 4 strings. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to move my pinky over to the 1st string at the 7th fret, and I'm going to replace it with my 3rd finger. So my 3rd finger will end up on the 3rd string at the 7th fret. And it's all done in one motion, just like this. The other 2 fingers stayed where they were. They're anchors. They're guides. They don't have to move. These are very cool chords. The thing I like about these chords is, in a funky tune especially, you can break them into pairs, string pairs. String 1 and 2, string 3 and 4, or string 1 and 2, 2 and 3, or strings 3 and 4. Breaking it into pairs. You get the idea. You can get a little funky with that. Okay. The other thing I did was 9th chords with sliding 6. So here's a B9. And, you know, I'm going to assume you know how to shape these chords. If not, you know, dig up some chord charts that have these forms on them. It's just a B9 with no root. And there's your sliding 6. Then for the 4, here's an E, sliding 6. And for the 5, there's your sliding 6. So there's a bunch of cool rhythm concepts. You end up at a jam session. There's 2 or 3 guitar players. You know, some options that you can find something unique, you know, and be a little bit different, and be adding to the music, making you know, making sense, doing something that everybody else, you know, it's not like you're all just playing the exact same thing. Gives you some options. Okay, I'm going to roll the track. I'm going to do some lead, and then I'll talk about that real quick and wrap this up. B major pentatonic, the B.B. King box. Add to that some minor pentatonic notes and some passing tones. That's what I'm going to do. Towards those majors because it's B.B. King. you get the idea there. Basically, I'm mixing major and minor pentatonic, or, minor pentatonic blues scale, because I may use some of those notes, but I might use any note there as a passing tone. The other thing I'm going to do is, on the chord changes, when it goes to the 4, when it goes to the 5, I'm going to look for target notes. I'm just going to real quick give you a couple good possible target notes. The root, the 3rd and the 5th of any chord, the flatted 7th. So it's good to, look at your triads. If we're in B, then here's your triad. For the E, and for the F sharp. Any one of those notes are good target notes. So if I'm soloing over the B, playing major and minor pentatonic, right when it goes to the 4, I can use one of those 3 notes. Now, I'm going to prefer the root or the 3rd. The root, obviously, boom, you're on that chord. The 3rd works well, too, so... you can feel the change. You could also use arpeggios, I like these. It's a C chord shape arpeggio. They work well for the chord changes. Anyway, there's some ideas for you. I hope that this helps you, if you end up at a jam session. I hope this helps you, if this song pops up, which, it's a popular song, so it very well may. Then again, maybe you just want to learn this and put it into your repertoire. Anyway, I'm Red, courtesy of TrueFire, and I will see you again with another song.